Hey everybody, for Topic Tuesday this week, I wanted to do homeschooling, something that I I have gotten into a lot. I've always wanted to homeschool, but then I actually got into deeper reasons to homeschool. So I just thought that it was a fitting topic since I know a lot of you probably sent your littles off to school. I know some of you were probably excited about that. Maybe that broke some of your mama's hearts. And homeschooling or not, like it's tough. There's no comparison whether you're a homeschooling mom or a public school mom. But I just want to go over some of the benefits of homeschooling. And this isn't supposed to make you, if you are a public school mom, this isn't supposed to make you feel bad in any way. I just want to enlighten you, to throw some education out there, and to just kind of make your brain switch a little bit and make you think about things. Not everyone thinks about everything, I'm sure. I know I didn't. I wanted to homeschool to spend more time with my kids, and then I actually, as the years went by, I got my why changed. And I'm so glad I'm homeschooling for grade 1 right now, preschool for my little guy. So um, my little one was actually in kindergarten, my 6-year-old, and he did really good. And my husband wanted to change his mind on homeschooling, and he goes, you know what? Like they did amazing. He was reading and doing this and that and blah blah blah. But what my husband failed to realize is that it wasn't necessarily the teachers that made him succeed. I mean, my son is a quick learner. So, in talking to some other parents of kids that were in his class, they did not have the same outcome. So I was trying to educate my husband on the fact that, it wasn't necessarily the teachers that made him succeed. He is just, he is a smart child. So anyway, I just, not all children learn the same. So I just wanted to put out a few things about homeschooling on here, and just let you know a few things, because school is kind of a one size fits all. They have limited resources for additional educational assistance in classes. They have large class sizes. Alberta school system is actually thinking about going on a strike due to lack of resources and extra pairs of hands for the very large class sizes. So yeah, they definitely need some help. So I mean, if you're in Alberta and the teachers do strike, maybe homeschooling isn't for you. Maybe it is. Maybe you're going to try it out in a few weeks and you're going to love it. You're going to hate it. Whatever it is, just want to add a few little things in here. So first of all, when I was looking at this and diving deep into this, is education really a scam? I would like to think yes. I'm not a graduate. I never graduated high school. I went on to apply to be a massage therapist and an esthetician when I was a mature student at the age of 20, was it 21 or 23? And I ended up building up my own business. I ended up continuing my education with several different modalities, and I did all that without being a high school graduate. My husband is in the trades. My husband did graduate high school. He went to plumbing and heating and gas fitting, all that. So he went to post-secondary school. He probably paid a lot less as he did an apprenticeship than someone who, say, is going to be a doctor or a lawyer. Of course, there's schooling for certain, you can't really self-teach yourself to be a doctor. I totally get that, or a lawyer. So some things do require that post-secondary schooling, but not everything. So I mean, is education a scam? It depends on how you look at it. Depends on what you want for your children, what you want for yourself. So might get a little bit loud in here. My kids are coming in. So first off, I would like to talk about John D. Rockefeller. He was like a big oil tycoon. He is the one, if you are familiar with the phrase, I want a nation of doers, not thinkers. That's what he said as he set up the school system in 1902, I believe it was. I want a nation of doers, not thinkers. If you can listen to that and push that to the other side and pretend like that doesn't get your brain going a little bit, well, I don't know if I can help you. I didn't think about that when I was in school, though. When I was in school, I felt like it was a lot different. But then now that I'm older and I look at it and, you see the structure and you see how they're molding us, and all that. And, now, especially if you have kids in school, if you can think about that and just push it to the side and not give two craps about it, then, maybe this video isn't for you. But I hope that you do keep listening and maybe pick up just a little something on it. Anyway, John D. Rockefeller started the General Education Board in 1902. What seemed like an innocent thing, building up this school system and this education system to help others, actually turned out to, there was quite a sinister side to it. It was quite disgusting and disturbing what he was doing. So although the structure was efficient of education, he definitely had a hidden agenda, and we're going to get into that in a second. He wanted everyone to become compliant and obedient, and hence a nation of doers, not thinkers. So anyway, he put an emphasis on conformity, so stifling creativity, limiting your thinking and your daily brain power. He was also the founder of a Standard Oil company. So he, like I said, he was an oil tycoon. So he wanted everybody to if he was in power. So he created this school system for everybody else to benefit people like him. He didn't want anyone to rise above him. He didn't want anyone to be equal with him. He wanted everyone to stay below him, essentially, is what happened there. So he wanted to keep his power, keep his wealth. So why not create an education system that creates people that stay below you, not to meet you and rise above you, because then that would take your power away. So anyway, he seems to be interested in education, but I think overall he was interested in keeping that power. So I think you should definitely take a look more into John D. Rockefeller. So stay tuned. I'm going to put out part 2 of this video, and hopefully, this first little bit you can kind of think about, and then stay tuned for part 2.